To get a little more insight into what takes place in the mind of a police officer at that moment you're serving a warrant, we've got a former police officer with us, Lance LoRusso, who's also an attorney now, represents police officers. Let's start here. This was a warrant out of municipal court for failure to appear. What's in the mind of the officer as you're serving that warrant?
Well, you treat every warrant as if it could go bad, which is what happened here. The officers will try to gather as much information they can on the suspect, but they recognize that they only know about the failure to appear. The suspect knows what they have done totally. So officers may knock on the door knowing they're for failure to appear, but the suspect may think they're there for some other charges.
So you're always aware of the danger. Now here, there was something happened inside, they had to call for backup. So what's the protocol? How does that take place? Do they leave the house, go back? How does that work?
Now, usually, once they're in the house, they're going to maintain contact with the suspect, and they would probably call for backup if there were other people in the house. That's what we've heard. There were more than one person in the house in addition to the suspect who was going to jail. So that third officer could have been brought in just to keep everybody under control while the first two officers made the arrest.
Now, another big part of what happened today, the officers were wearing vests. Got one here. Let's talk about a vest. Now, it's not bulletproof, right? Bullet resistant.
It's bullet resistant, and believe it or not, there are some officers in Georgia and throughout the United States that actually go to work and are not issued body armor. Fortunately, Sheriff McBride did issue his deputies body armor, but the body armor obviously doesn't cover everything. And during a physical confrontation, and we don't know what happened here yet, but during physical confrontation, the body armor can actually move around as you're wrestling with someone.
Because one officer is wearing a vest, yet is shot in the abdomen.
Exactly. And if you're shot below the vest or an area that's not covered, obviously it's going to penetrate your skin. But even getting shot in the vest can be catastrophic and very dangerous for the officers. So if this is your body and this is the bullet that hits, the way the vest works is it traps the bullet and spreads out the impact of the bullet. But that impact does go into the officer's body. So a lot of bruising, internal injuries.
We understand that's what happened today to the officer who survived it all. Lance, we appreciate your time tonight. Thanks so much.
Thanks for having me.